How much of a roller coaster ride is running a small business? One thing that we are sure about is the TikTok ban was horrific news for small business entrepreneurs, and here is why. Let's get to know some real-life entrepreneurs who have a lot to say about the ban. Here is Emily Swift, the master brain behind Dark Slide Film Lab. Before the COVID chaos took over our lives, Emily was your go-to photographer from Connecticut, capturing moments and memories with her trusty camera. Now, here's where TikTok comes into the picture. Emily doesn't just stop at being a film aficionado, she's also a TikTok sensation. She decided to post some mesmerizing TikTok videos showcasing her film development process. These viral vids didn't just bring in likes, they brought in the cash too, like a whopping $6,000 extra per month. However, TikTok might no more be the helping hand such talented people can rely on. It seems TikTok is facing some serious heat from the big shots up top in the USA. Well, apparently there's this whole thing about TikTok cozying up a bit too much with the Chinese government. Now, Emily and her fellow small business buddies find themselves helpless in the middle of this whole mess. It's as if she is on a tightrope, juggling dreams, livelihood, and the fear of a potential TikTok blackout. I really hope that doesn't happen, because I'll be screwed, says Emily. She is in fact echoing the sentiments of entrepreneurs everywhere. Dark Slide is a bustling hub where 30 to 60 rolls of camera film get the VIP treatment every single day. Emily's daily grind is no joke. It's a labor of love that eats up a good chunk of their day, about 6 hours to be precise, because once they've worked their magic in the darkroom, Emily switches gears and dives into her other passion, which is making TikTok videos. Now, rewind to March 2021. Like many of us, Emily found herself in a bit of a pickle. With photography gigs drying up, she did what any intelligent entrepreneur would do. She pivoted. Armed with nothing but an unemployment check and a whole lot of grit, she brought Dark Slide into existence. Like we mentioned earlier, it didn't take long for the magic to happen. One viral video was all it took, a sneak peek behind the scenes of a developing film from a vintage camera owned by a customer's dear old grandpa. Suddenly, Emily's world was turned upside down in the best way possible. The orders flooded in, the cash started flowing, and before she knew it, Dark Slide was raking in profits. I'll never forget that moment, Emily reminisces, her eyes sparkling with the memory. It was like a light bulb went off in my head. All we had to do was show the world what we do best, and the rest just fell into place. So TikTok isn't not just a platform, it's a lifeline for small businesses like Emily's, a place where authenticity reigns supreme, where you can be your unfiltered, unapologetic self without fear of judgment. As Emily puts it, TikTok is her home away from home, her sanctuary in a sea of social media sameness. So what happens if the powers that be decide to pull the plug on TikTok? Well, that's a question Emily and countless other entrepreneurs like her are confused about. Now, there's this Chinese intelligence law lurking in the shadows, and it's got US lawmakers breaking out in a cold sweat. According to this law, if the Chinese government is cunningly asking for data in the name of national security, you gotta open up and spill the beans. And we're not talking about just any old data, we're talking about your email address, phone number, search history, even those embarrassing selfies you thought were safely tucked away on your phone. Now, here's where TikTok comes into the spotlight. You see, when you're swiping through those addictive TikTok videos, the app's busy as a bee collecting all sorts of information about you, your likes, your dislikes, your deepest, darkest secrets. But nobody's really sure TikTok is playing nice with the Chinese government. There's been a lot of finger pointing and speculation. You see, when it comes to national security, clarity is key. And right now, TikTok's got more question marks floating around it than a mystery novel. Sure, the company says it stores all your precious data, but can we really take their word for it? TikTok's not the only player in the data game. Big dogs like Amazon, Alphabet, and Meta are gobbling up your info. While these tech giants might hoard your data like there's no tomorrow, they're not exactly handing it over to foreign governments on a silver platter. We're talking about the likeliest outcomes of Congress's TikTok deliberations. According to the word on the street, there are two main contenders trying for the spotlight: a nationwide ban or some heavy-duty regulation. Now, if we're talking big-time First Amendment challenges and enough legal proceedings that may get dragged on for years. So far, Congress hasn't exactly been trying to the finish line with the regulatory proposals. But why wait for Congress to make up its mind when we've got Montana laying down the law? We have the Big Sky State, where Governor Greg Gianforte can't simply manipulate. He went ahead and signed a bill last month that's sending shockwaves through the tech world. Starting January 2024, Google and Apple's app stores won't be serving up any TikTok goodness in Montana. Now, TikTok isn't taking this lying down. They came out swinging with a federal lawsuit claiming their First Amendment rights are being trampled. But what does this mean for small business owners like Taylor Reed, the mastermind behind Reed Painting? It's a caution, to be honest. So Taylor launched his painting business back in April 2021, and thanks to TikTok, with one viral video under his belt, Taylor's been raking in the cash. But with Montana dropping the ban hammer, Taylor's feeling the heat. After all, experts say Google and Apple can't exactly pick and choose which states get to play with TikTok. Sure, TikTok might be the belle of the ball right now, making it rain customers and cash like there's no tomorrow. But Taylor's got a point when he says don't put all your chips on TikTok alone. After all, who knows when the winds of change might blow in and shake things up. It's a good wake-up call for me and other businesses to diversify, Taylor said, and he's spot on. Whether it's hopping on the Insta train, cozying up to Facebook, or trying your luck with anything new, diversifying your marketing game is key. And then there's Lauren, the queen of goth culture, who's living proof that sometimes all it takes is a viral TikTok video to turn your business dreams into reality. From a modest $5,000 to $6,000 in sales to a jaw-dropping $217,000 in gross revenue. Now that's what we call a glow-up. TikTok might be Lauren's golden ticket, but it's not the only ride in town. Sure, it's easy to get swept up in the hype and the hustle, but at the end of the day, building a sustainable business means casting your net wide and embracing the power of diversity. It's hard, you just have to adapt to it, Taylor says, echoing the sentiments of entrepreneurs everywhere. And he's absolutely right. In the skeptic world of business, adaptability is your best friend, your secret weapon, and your ticket to success. Joe Biden had other ideas on his mind. He kept demanding that they either sell TikTok or face the ban. Now, if that sounds a bit deja vu, you're not alone. Trump tried pulling the same stunt back in 2020, but federal courts weren't having any of it. Fast forward to today, and it's like history repeating itself, but with a fresh coat of support slapped on. There's a bill making the rounds in the Senate that could give Biden the administration the green light to ban TikTok once and for all. And if that happens, it's gonna be a gut punch for small businesses everywhere. You see, for many entrepreneurs, TikTok isn't just a social media platform, it's a lifeline, a way to reach potential customers without breaking the bank on pricey ads. Just ask Kellis Landrum, co-founder of True North Social, who sums it up perfectly. Facebook and Instagram are pay-to-play platforms, but TikTok, it's the golden ticket to organic reach quickly. And then there's Elise Burns, the brains behind Mill & Meadow, a stationery and home goods empire in the making. Thanks to TikTok, Elise's business dreams went from zero to hero in the blink of an eye. One viral video featuring her day planners, and boom, 2,000 sales in just 2 days. I can look at my sales and see like that month, I had a viral TikTok, Elise says, and honestly, who needs expensive marketing campaigns when you've got TikTok doing all the heavy lifting? But if TikTok gets the boot, what happens to entrepreneurs like Elise and Kellis? Where do they turn when their golden goose is cooked? It's a question with no easy answers, but one thing's for sure, the TikTok ban showdown is a battle small businesses can't afford to lose. So do let us know your opinions in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons.